Hello book lovers, it's Easter Sunday, I'm in my snugs. It was 2 degrees in Canberra this morning. Every excuse to drink hot chocolate and eat hot cross buns and have a beautiful cook up, which I've done with the family. And we also had a Zoom meeting with my side of the family this morning, which was a lot of fun. And now I'm faced with 2 prospects for the afternoon because I'm trying not to work. I can either do the cleaning or I can show you some books. It's a tough decision. Someone has to do it. I have thousands of books, and what better time to share them with you? And they are gorgeous. You're going to love these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through some books that are a little bit different in terms of style and format. They're not the typical sort of picture book. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's room for everything, but I have a particular affection for unusual books and pop-up books. So why don't I get into this pile here and bring you some delight this Easter Sunday. So this first one is called A Sea Voyage by Gerard Lo Monaco, and it's a pop-up story about all sorts of boats. It's published by Thames Hudson. Look at that cover. I'm going to try to not get things too wonky. And when I open this, oh, you're going to be so charmed. A Sea Voyage. Have a look at this. You've got to bring the kids in. How completely beautiful is this? These superb pop-ups and a little bit of text. This one is a pilot boat, and it says, I should have my reading glasses, I'm sorry, I'm hopeless. Our little ship bobs on the sea, there's room for 2 and dog makes 3. A pilot boat passes as we set sail. It drives on bravely through the gale. The entire book is full of these superb treasures. Have a little look at that, and I'll skip towards the end. This one's pretty special. Ah, gorgeous. It's a clipper by the looks of things. Is it a tall ship? And maybe a little pig. Oh, which one will I show you? Or maybe one more. Don't want to reveal too much because you've got to buy it. Have a look here. Oh, it's just heavenly. Isn't that superb? Lovely, lovely book. I even love the end papers. So that one, A Sea Voyage. Next one, let's move right along. Got lots to show you. This one I have tried to hunt down for many, many years, and I couldn't get a copy, and I finally got a copy. I think I had to go to the book depository to get it. And this is by Tim Lahan, and it's published by McSweeney's Macmillans. And look how tall it is. I'd say, gosh, nearly 40 centimetres tall. It's called the Nosyhood. And it's a super treat. Look here. About a community that gets together. Oh, how I wish we could do that right now. We will eventually again. But it's just the quirkiest, coolest story. Random stuff here. I love bananas. How nice. It's a board book, lovely sturdy pages, and with something this long and skinny, it's probably wise to have sturdy pages, especially if kids are touring through it. But look, it's just lots of action, lots and lots of fun as the pages fill with people in their neighbourhood. Aren't they beautiful illustrations? Really good fun. Thank you, Tim, for this. It's beautiful. Next one. Ah, isn't this lovely? Flyaway. Lift the flaps to set the bird free. And this is illustrated by Lesley Barnes, and it's published by Francis Lincoln, I believe. Yep, Francis Lincoln. I love Francis Lincoln books. This is again another one for Littlies. It's got some beautiful gold foiling on the cover, which you can see. And then when we open, oh, how charming is this? These lovely little flaps that kids can explore, or grown-ups can explore with much delight, setting the birds free. And can you find 10 sets of musical notes? So we have a counting element through the book as well. Lovely, thick, sturdy pages, not bored, but still lovely and thick and sturdy, which means, you know, pop-up books are so ripe for ruining, aren't they, with little ones? So we need to make sure that it's a lovely strong card. Lots of little treasures to find. This one is, oh, look at this beautiful patterning, colours. Just superb. And an absolute eye fest for little ones. You know, the Where's Wally books are successful for the reason kids love to seek and find. Beautiful. All right, next one. I've got to make sure I stack these so they don't all fall over. Oh, I love this. I have a lot of French books or French translated books. And this one is by French creator Clotilde Perrin. And the publisher is... This is Chronicle, adore Chronicles books as well. You'll notice with this one I've actually covered it in sturdy plastic, and that is my goal. It's a huge goal to have all of my hardcover books covered in plastic. It would take me 7 years, I'm sure. So you'll see the ones, some of them, in this pile there's only I think 2 that I've managed to cover. So that's a big job I have to get into. This is beautiful. It's called At the Same Moment Around the World. Let's have a look inside. So here it says, so I have to put it down to read. It's 6 o'clock in the morning in Dakar, Senegal. Kita wakes up early to help his father count the fish caught during the night. And here's this beautifully illustrated. Look how gorgeous the colouring is. Look at the lovely moonlight shining on the water. And then as the book progresses, we find out what's happening at the same time in other parts of the world. At the same moment, sorry, my email's still on, in Sofia, Bulgaria, it's 8 o'clock in the morning when Mitko chases after the school bus. And so the book progresses on, visiting different places around the world. This is in Baghdad, Iraq. And over here we have Samarkand in Uzbekistan. This is the Himalayan mountains. And I really love that Clotilde has chosen some unusual, well, not unusual, I don't mean that. I mean, not the typical places that we visit in books, London, Paris, New York, Sydney. You know, she's really taking the kids on a journey around some of the most intriguing places in the world. This one is in Hanoi and in Shanghai. Look at the beautiful colouring and illustrations. Divine. And another tall, skinny book. Next. Right, this is adorable. This is another French creator, Dorothée de Monfreid, Shh, I'm Sleeping, published by Gecko. Gecko do beautiful books, and a lot of them are buy-ins, so they're foreign rights and they're translated. And this is just a lot of fun for little ones. The Shh, I'm Sleeping, remember that when you're a kid and your brother and sister wouldn't stop, you know, reading or giggling. And it's just about a bunch of dogs in this room, and they're all complaining that they want to get to sleep, and just how things unfold is really adorable. I particularly love from memory, I believe that it's someone starts reading and then everyone wants to hear the story as well. You can see up here. So everyone clambers up and listens to the story. Who hasn't done that before? It's just, here we see, look. It's just a really fun exchange and typical sort of bedtime shenanigans, and there's the characters on the back of the book. Right, next one. Oh, more joy. Under the Ocean. Again, French. And this is the thing, is this type of book that's a little bit quirkier and different sort of format is often European. And I realise in Australia we just don't have the market to take risks, but I think we can manage a few more risks in this country. Publishers, if you're listening, please. Under the Ocean, Anouck, Boisrobert and Louis Rigaud. Oh, joy! This is by Tate Publishing. Love the books they're doing. Look at this gorgeous intro here. Look at the beautiful illustrations. Oh, Louis. Check that out. Now, this book is so clever in that it's like a dual visual narrative. So when you open it, up the top we have a narrative and we see what's happening on top of the water, and then amazeballs. I'm so sorry, I'm still trying to get used to how to present this properly to the camera. We can see a narrative unfolding below the ocean. Isn't that divine? Imagine if I, at my age, am entranced. Imagine what a 4-year-old would be doing with this book. Let's have a look at another one. Here we have the top of the water, and as we pull the book apart, what do we find underneath? Oh, goodness me. we find some whales. Isn't that beautiful? And some jellyfish and some turtles. Let's have a peek at one more towards, which one will I show you? Let me choose without you seeing. Ooh, it's just so exciting. I like this one. Oh yeah, I like this one. Okay, so this one is, this is the Great White Arctic. The silence is broken from time to time by the sound of ice cracking. As the ice melts, we meet the inhabitants of the North Pole who are threatened by its change. But where has the captain gone? Right, here's the top of the book, of the narrative. Then underneath, ooh, look. How cool is that? So here it says, on board his yellow submarine, he ventures between translucent icebergs. Such restlessness, small fish by the thousand fly from one hiding place to the next to escape the killer whales and seals. How beautiful. It's literally like submerging yourself in the ocean. Look over here, the humpback whale. Wow, beautiful, beautiful book. Look that one up. Next. Another really long, tall format book. This one is called The Conductor. And this is wordless from memory. Laëtitia Devernay. And this is published by Chronicle. Oh, heart race. Ooh. All right. End papers. Can you see? Sorry, I'll turn it around like this. How's that? That's better. There are no words needed, right? No words required. Are you watching? I wonder what's going to happen. There's quite a few pages in this book too. It's quite a long narrative because we don't want books like this to end. What do you think he's going to do? If there's any kids watching, what do you think he might be about to do? Can you hear the music begin to swell? What's producing this music, I wonder? Look at this. And I'm not going to spoil the rest of the book. Beautiful. Look that one up. Next one. This one's even taller. Oh, Cherche et Trouve, which means, of course, seek and find. And this is on the 5 continents, sur les 5 continents. And this is by Thierry Laval. And it's published by Seuil Jeunesse. Really quirky, cool, modern illustrations, lovely, bright colour, heaps of gorgeous detail, and lovely thick pages because, look, when we open, we have this magical world unfolding. Look at this one. And this, of course, is in New York. And you can see all the different elements here that Clotilde? Sorry, Thierry is incorporating into the book. And the kids can obviously find all of those elements once they open this spread and have a look inside. How wonderful is that? Next one is Amérique du Sud, which is South America. And, oh, glory. Oh, look at that. How beautiful. There's a riverboat over here. Oh my goodness, it's just so beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Look at the jungles. Look at the animals. The people. Oh, the condor. The llamas. Beautiful. All right, and that continues on, of course, to the different continents. Really joyful, beautiful book. Lots and lots of fun for kids. All right. This is another long format book, but it's landscape, not portrait. It's called Town and Country. It's published by Ivy Kids. And it's illustrated by Craig Shuttlewood. And this is a lovely book in that it's a flip book as well. End papers. Wow. Beautiful paper, beautiful production. Hardbind, beautiful illustrations. So we can turn this book around to find all sorts of things in the town and country. So open the book one way to look at all the things in the town scene, then flip it over to explore the country landscape. Do you see why I love unusual and different and unique? This is why. How wonderful. Look, so these are country animals we're exploring here. And then when we flip it, we can see the animals we might find in the town. How cool is that? And kids can spot and find them. And we go through several different types of spreads. So we oppose again the town and the country. Here we have country trees and flowers, and they're actually listed, the different types that are typically grown in the country. And then for the town, we have like community garden, flower delivery, flower shop, flower beds, potted plants, leafy trees, just lovely. And that continues all the way through. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. Next one. Oh, pop-ups. Big collection of pop-ups. I should do a separate video for that. This one is called Carnival Animal. It's published by Hélium. And the creator is Iris de Vericourt. Did your heart race? Seriously. Mine just knocks out of my chest. Truly, my heart rate. Crazy. Radin. So this is the fox, and what she's done is she's actually, you can see from the side how completely beautiful this is. Look. And what she's done is she's done that classic sort of mix and match. So what kids can do is create, here, the body, the head of a fox, and then, what have we got here? Oh, monkey. So then we've got the, sorry, I'm failing a bit here, head of a fox, body of a monkey, or the chest of a monkey, and there's the monkey's tail, of course. And then that looks like a parrot there. See, so kids can make different creatures with these pop-outs. It's just a work of art. Here we've got a polar bear. Oh, we've got, that looks like a lobster. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the bugs. Oh, this is a chameleon. Oh God. How divine. Let's have a look at the chameleon at the back. How beautiful. How beautiful. Oh, this is pure beauty. This book is not for children. It's for me. All right. The Night Before Christmas, Clement Seymour. This one is published by Knopf, Knoph. I have a huge collection of this story. Huge. From pop-ups to fine art to cartoons to, seriously, a bananas amount of them. And I actually collected Christmas books for quite a long while. I've kind of stopped because my kids are like adults now. But this one I still collect. If I can find a different incarnation that's beautifully done, then I will absolutely snaffle it. And this one is actually a vintage reprint, I believe, from memory. It was illustrated by Roger Duvoisin. And yeah, let me just see here if it's got information on that. Rediscover a Christmas treasure unavailable for decades from beloved Caldecott medal-winning illustrator Roger Duvoisin. His stories and characters, from Petunia the Silly Goose to Veronica the Hippo, are fixtures in homes all over the world, and this Night Before Christmas comes alive with illustrations from the acclaimed artist in this enchanting version. And you can see easily by the colouring and style that this is retro illustration extraordinaire. Look at that beautiful Santa. I was really lucky to find this book. This kind of revisitation, this kind of reprint sells out pretty quickly. You could check on eBay. Oh, look, who knows, maybe Book Depository can source one. It's just superb. And loving this monochrome palette. How beautiful. This is really inspirational for those of you who are illustrating as well. Just to have the courage to do quirky and not have to try so hard and not have to make illustrations look uber realistic. We can go naive, we can go quirky and bring such joy in our work. And look at the style of illustration, and look at the colouring, how it flicks. Ian, I'm just recording, Ian. I'm just recording. It's my husband. He's just gone to get a coffee. And you can see here how he's panning between using that monochrome look and then adding his full colour. I think he's got 4 or 5 colours there that are repeated through the book. How beautiful is that? Okay, next. Right, so this one is the Nutcracker, and this is a paper cut pop-up book, and the paper engineering was by Shobhna Patel, and it's the publisher is Thames Hudson. Love their books, love, love, love. This one is really beautiful and unique, in that it tells the story, but then it intersperses each spread. So here's the story spread, you can see, and then in the centre we have this exquisite creation. When you push in from the page edge, it becomes like a rotunda of illustrations. It's really hard to show you that you can actually peek through. Can you see there? We turn it like this. I'll show you another one. It's a little bit tricky to see. I'll come over here. This one's beautiful. So again, we push in. I'm making it hard for myself, aren't I? Hang on, let me stand up. We push in and we can see through, and also from the top here, look, we can see there's the Mouse King and the Nutcracker. You see that? And just one more I'll show you towards the end of the book. We push in. Can you see the Nutcracker image there, the cutout? And then we can also peek through from the side. Really difficult to show you, but absolutely beautiful. If you're into Christmas books and love these classics, this is just an absolute treasure. All right, nearly there. This is one of my favourites ever. I've taken this to schools a lot to show kids, and every time, even when they're older children like grades 5 and 6, they're all ooh and ah, every single one of them. And in fact, I will do a pop-up video. This is In the Forest, and this is again by Anouck, Boisrobert and Rigaud, and this is by Tate. That cover, I mean, truly, just exquisite. And then when we open the book, simple title page there. Look at this. And what I love about it is that you turn it so it's flat. And we get this 3D peek at this forest. Isn't that superb? And then what I love about it is, do you see how there's a cutout here? See, there's a cutout. So some of the elements of the previous spread continue on to the next one. So you can see here we have the forest, and when we fold it over, we retain some, but something new appears. Can you see what that something new is? Yes, it's a saw, a buzzsaw. So we can only imagine. It says, then one day a metallic noise echoes through the forest. The cry of a toucan splits the sky. But the sloth, can you see it, continues to nap. And of course the kids can then find the sloth, and there's birds in there and other animals as well that kids can look for. And then again we pop open and things sadly are progressing, and not in the best of ways. And then towards the end of the book, I won't reveal too much, or just show you right at the end. You can imagine what's happened, right? But then the very last spread, again, so special. Highly recommend. We're down to the second last one. I thought that I would not get through this pile, but it's pretty easy to do. Again, another one of my absolute favourites, Sky High. This one is published by Chronicle, and it's by one of my favourite creators, Germano Zullo, and Albertine for the illustrations. Love Albertine's work. Just look at the fine detail of these illustrations. Again, a super tall book, super, super cool end papers. Super cool opening, and the reason it's blank, you'll soon see why, is because we start like this. And essentially we have two different people creating their own building. And as things go along, you can imagine what's happening, can't you? Between these two neighbours, what they're trying to achieve, which is pretty typical in our world, isn't it? And I'll give you a peek. Oh, I won't go too far. I'll give you a peek at the middle of the book. And again, you can imagine what happens at the end. Absolute joy, detailed, divine illustrations, that beautiful, clever, subtle people, subtle messaging. A joy. Last one. This is a book that I take to schools all the time. It's called Megalopolis by Cléa Dieudonné. And it's called Megalopolis and the Visitor from Outer Space. And it's published by Thames and Hudson. And it's so unique, this story. It has two narratives, as all picture books do, of course, visual and text. But this is a little bit different in that the entire book is a concertina. It folds out to, gosh, maybe 20 feet. So what's that? Maybe 3.5, 4 meters? No, more. I don't know. You know, it's all creative. No mathematical side to this brain. So it just unfolds in this long visual narrative. My apologies, this is so hard. But then on the back, it has the text narrative as well. So there's the visual, and then on the back is the text, okay? So kids can either read it by the images alone, or they can read the story, or they can do both. But it's just beautiful, and it's just one of those books that I love to show kids that's not typical. And I love to teach kids about how every book is unique. Some have different formats, but everyone does something special and something unique, and this book certainly does that in spades. All right, that was good fun. I've got 20 times this amount of this type, so let me know if you really liked that, and I can do some more. I might do some large format picture books in the next one because I have a huge collection and I particularly adore them. Most often they are non-fiction, and they're just so entrancing, so I'm going to show you some of those as well. And let me know if there's any others you'd like me to show you. Contact me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe my video. Hate to pressure you, but this is how I'm able to continue on, is to get those subscriptions happening. So let me know what you want to see and I will do lots more. Hope you're all doing super, super well and are happy and have not dipped yourself too far in chocolate. Halfway is okay. Full is a bit indulgent. All right, lots of love, and I'll be in touch again with more books. Bye.